Hello everyone, my name is Marius Stănescu for Advanced Trading Tools, and this is an introduction video for ATT volume and market profile pro version for MetaTrader 4. In my opinion, this market profile indicator is one of the most advanced indicator for MetaTrader 4 on the market at this time. It has lots of unique features like buttons of chart for fast execution. You can have session composite or session merging, chart stretching, auto volume display. You will see later in the description video what this means. You have multiple display options both for market profile and for volume profile. You have naked market profile or a clean version of market profile without showing any types of TPOs. You have value area for volume profile also included. This file will be able to be downloaded as a PDF file or together with the indicator. So I'm going to go fast through this, and I'm going to explain you more on MetaTrader platform directly. So first, of course, you must put your license key for activation. But first input tab, it's regarding session volume profile. As the name say, it is a volume profile display on session time. So let's go on MetaTrader to show exactly what this is doing. Okay, now so I must deactivate market profile because I have it here on the chart. As you can see, the menu it's very complex and very big. It's huge. So let's start with the beginning. Going to deactivate this left side chart, and I'm going to activate the session volume. The session and the market profile will have the same settings as in the session settings. I'm going to put session volume on true, and then you will see the session volumes. Let's change the color on yellow so that you can see them better. I'm going to show you on each type of color that I have. Volume pointing left, draw value area true, and it will be white, and value area will be red. POC true or false I'm going to show you now, but I'm going to deactivate it. This is how the POC point of control will look. These are the volume numbers here, and this is a value area or high volume node for a volume profile. I'm going to deactivate now this POC point of control so that you can see better, and then this is the accuracy as you will read in the PDF. This is like a price step for volume profile. If I'm changing this to higher number, means higher filter for volume profile. It's like a price step from market profile. So if I'm putting 40, you will see what will happen now with this. These rectangles will become a little bit smaller like this, and you will have more volume profile, more volume numbers display on the left of the chart. Okay, you can have also you can change the you have gradient, you have rectangles, you have lines, you have outlines. Gradient will do like this. We must choose volume second. This is the color for I must deactivate value area. This is the color for the session, and let's say I'm going to put it on, I don't know, red, and it will combine it with white for radiant color, and it will look something like this. You can have this accuracy higher, and you will have this steps higher, but then this volume numbers will not be so relevant, so we must put them on false. You have another option. You can add rectangles that will look like this. Then if you change the accuracy to 40, you will see them like this. And we have also lines. which is like this, and we have outlines, and we can change the pointing type to the other side, and it will be displayed like this. I must inform you that I took my inspiration from futures trading platforms, and I spent a lot of time choosing only the best things that I was able to implement in this indicator, of course according to MetaTrader limitations. So volume profile can be set in the same time with market profile, but you must choose some colors that will not interact with another, one with another if you want. Okay, so let's move to left. I'm going to show only the left side because it's the first one here, left side volume, because the settings are the same with the right side. So if I'm going to choose automatic mode and I put number 2 here, it will choose the last number, the last 2 days for calculation of volume profile. So every new day it will have 2 days in the past for calculation of volume profile, or if you want you can put manual mode, and then you will choose a specific date in the past. The way that it's calculating volume profile is from the low to the high of the specific date. So they will be different. Than the accuracy here will be different than accuracy on session profile, because this is a much wider. The price distance between low and high is much higher than the session one. Okay, so maximum width is how much you wanted to have it to display on chart, how wide you want it, and let me show you now how it looks. It looks like this. This is the value area, and these are the lines, and of course you have the same settings like session to turn off if you want this value area, or to change it like outlined or any other type of volume type to be displayed. Let's put this a little bit on 150 and you will see what I was trying to say. Like this. Okay, this is with the volume profile. Now let's move to market profile. Market profile, true or false. Here we choose if you want it to have a display or not. Here on the chart, now in our case we should put it on true. Here you choose if you want to see volumes numbers from volume profile. I will leave it here so that you see what I was trying to explain you. I'm going to put it on yellow so that you can see it. Radiant color, if you want you can add radiant color for market profile, and it will take the colors from value area session and letter session, which letter session means colors outside value area. Then okay, let's stop here and see what I was setting up. These are the volume numbers. This is the point of control. This is how I have the letters inside value areas. This is the letters outside value areas. If I'm going to select it on radiant, which is somewhere here down, because now it's on text. If I put it on where is radiant true, then it will make you see high volume areas will be darker, low volumes will be lighter, if you choose to have it like this or not. It's up to you. And then of course you have the option to have a display as clean squares, which are those squares, and rectangles also. like this, and then you have the option to have it as here as clean, which you'll have the option to display lines, only lines if you want. Why would you need this? Is because you can have it like this with you can see the candlestick in the same time with the value area values, with market profile values, sorry. Of course, you have the option to draw lines to high of the session, low of the session, start of the session, end of the session, and so on. I will explain you later what is with these buttons, but as you can see, you can have this value area selected from these buttons if you need, and here you can choose to see the values, or you can choose to see the date. Okay, and since I'm here and I was trying this, let me explain you about this. One click, same size as market profile, second click and third click will cancel, and this is going to show you the values. So let's make a little bit of to change the subject here and focus on these buttons from here. So I finish with these buttons from here, that is highlighting the value areas, POC, value area low and value area high, and you have the option to draw some value numbers or the date, or to put it on false. Okay, one moment. And here, what do we have here? But I think I need to change it on text so that you can see what I'm speaking about. Let's change this market profile on text and speak a little bit about these buttons. So these are for merging. If you want to have this session merge with this one and excluding the time between session, you will need to press this button and it will take the session together with this one. Then you have one button here for resetting, that let's say that you are trying to reset different settings and you can change it back. But for example, if you are merging this one with this one and this one with this one, and you have forgotten what have you did here and it's so confusing, then you press on this merging button, reset merging, sorry, and it will come back to normal. Then you have this button that it's stretching this market profile, and you can play with the chart like this. Why you need this? In case you have the price step. I'm supposing that you know about setting for TPO, but price step, this is why I'm calling this TPO settings for calculation of market profile. But let's say that I'm having on 0.002 and it's so bad that you cannot see exactly the numbers. And then if you have this activated, you see what's happening. Very important note is that if you have other indicators in the same with the chart stretching, it will not affect in no way the other indicators. Or as you can see now in the example, it's not affecting the candlesticks in the background. Okay, let's move forward with this. I'm going to put radiant color off. Now we have this button here where it says show info panel. Show info panel is this small button from here. Now it's selected true. If I select it false, it will disappear from there. But if it's selected on true, then I have the option to see this market profile informations here. Now let's say that I have a problem with this. I have the option to hide the market profile and put it back. Okay, and this you can put it in each corner of the session it's up to you where you want to see it, and you can change the background and the text color also. Regarding the session merging, I must show you something now, because it was very important and I didn't told you about that. Is that if you have a second session, this is too big now, let's put it to 10 to, I don't know, 18, let's say, and then you have the second session starting with 19 until 23. Okay, they are funny here, the sessions, but what is important is, yeah, one moment, is still on price tab 02. Let's put it on 4 or 5. But if you want to merge this one with this one, you do like this. But if you want to merge the same settings, the same sessions, you do not want to merge this one with this one, you want to merge this one with this one, then you press this button like an arrow. That means that you will jump like this on the other, and you will have the same session merge. If you are asking yourself, oh, why is this space? Because we didn't have a price quotation for that period of time, of course. Okay, I think I finished with the buttons. Reset merging. Yes, I finished with the buttons. Let's move on with the rest of the settings. I'm going to put this on false. I'm going to go back with this to 21 and this on false. Now let's see what we have more. We have the option to put POC on false or true. No, but here there were the settings for that information panel that I was telling you about. You have the option to put value area calculation automatically, like in futures trading market profiles. Then you have the option to put on bold font. If you want for text, you can change the text type, you can change the font size, you can change value area for each session, you can change the POC, you can put it on true or false. Then you can put a POC different for each session, POC color different for each session. Then these are session 1 letter, session 2 letter, session 3 letters is referring to letters outside value area. Then these are settings for POC when market profile is in clean style. Here you have the options for IB. You can change the line style, thickness, and the color. Now it's on none, but of course you can put it which color you want. Then you have value area high styles and value area low. You have, and you see we had this on false. You can put this line for start and end of the sessions. Okay, and of course you can change the type, thickness, and color. And you have the session high, session low. You can also add now they're put on color none, because I didn't want to have them display on chart. And what is very nice that you can change the session open price. Now it's on circle, which means that it's this dot here, and you can change it to these types of lines: square, rectangle, triangle, X, and O. But let's say that I put this on O and I put in the color, I don't know, let's leave it on plum. And the session closing type, I'm putting it on X, and then you can change the size of it, of course, also, and I'm putting on another color, doesn't matter which color, and it will look like this small circle. We cannot see now because of the candles, and this is the closing price. Okay, not so many settings left. We have only the settings for this row of rectangle, settings for value area low, high, value area POC, and value area low and high. Okay, and this button, which is for value area numbers, values, sorry, or the date. You can change the value area filling color, how you want to have the rectangle filled, the same for value area high, low, and POC. And you can change the text color, the one that is displayed on the right side on the rectangle with the value. And you can change also the size of the text, because if you have a higher or smaller price tab, then probably you need to change this text size also. And of course at the end we have this number of sessions that you can have display simultaneously on chart, and you have 3 types of sessions that you can see all together in the same time display on chart if you need them. Okay, so as I told you, together with the indicator you will receive this a PDF file with all the settings in case you have any questions. Of course you can write to our contact at advancedtradingtools.net if you have any questions. Yeah, so thank you very much. This was Marius Stănescu for Advanced Trading Tools. You can purchase the indicator from advancedtradingtools.net, and if you have any questions, please feel free to write to us on our email address. One more time, thank you very much, and wish you all the best. Bye bye.